Hello, everybody. Are you after a brand new week of House of Games? If you are, then you are in luck, because that's exactly what we're about to do. I've got 4 famous faces all week. We're going to have a series of quiz rounds, and at the end of it, all they're going to get is this terrible trophy. Our 4 famous faces this week are Glenister, Thanyia Moore, Mark Chapman, and Kaye Adams. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Phil, how nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
You're a quizzer?
I would if I could be, but I'm not allowed in my household to be a quizzer.
You're not allowed in your house?
No, I'm not allowed. Well, I'm not allowed in my household.
Hold on a minute.
That's a given. Well, no, I used to quite like doing quizzes at Christmas, but you know, other members of my family think it's a bit naff. So.
Oh, really? So you're not allowed to? So we're like your kind of surrogate family for the week. Oh,
exactly.
That's nice.
So
Lovely
thank you for having me.
We're here for you, Philip.
Yeah, we really are.
I love you all madly.
Thanyia, now stand-ups often do very well on House of Games.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Are you here to play or are you here to watch?
I'm here to do both. Originally, I came to play.
Yes.
After the test we had earlier, here to watch.
We say test. We just had a little get-together, didn't we? Just went through buzzers and things like
that. Yeah, here to watch.
There are some clever types on the show today.
Really? Where?
Mark. We're just getting to him, Phil.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mark.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Now, sports presenter, very competitive?
Well, no. The impression is that you're meant to be competitive, but I'm not, and I'm fairly relaxed about this.
You've got some good competitors here. Kaye, at the end of the week, someone's winning the trophy. OK, but every day there's also a daily prize. Would you like to take a look at today's daily prizes?
I would love to, Richard.
That is you're such a pro. Let's take a look. You take home one of these if you win today. There is the House of Games plant pot, the cricket bat, the golf umbrella, fondue set, and the reusable coffee mug. What of those do you think you would take home, Kaye, if you win?
Is that your head with one of those Mr. Potato Head growy things coming out of it, Richard?
It is.
It's
a plant pot. I couldn't tell you the Latin name of what that plant is.
It has to be that.
What would you go for, Mark?
Well, I'm under strict instruction, actually, from my 13-year-old daughter to, if I ever get the chance to get the cricket bat, bring the cricket
bat. There you go, Thanyia.
I'm going to go for the fondant.
Fondant or fondue?
I'm going to say fondant. I feel confident in that.
C'est bon?
And that's the reason why I should take it.
We're all going around to Tanya's for a fondant evening.
Tanya's a wild card. We've got it.
I'm just saying, guys, I'm cultured. I'm just showing off.
I'm going to go. Phil, what would you go for?
I fancy a little nostalgic trip back to the 70s, and so I go for the fondue set.
Fondue set.
Oh,
nice.
definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
OK, shall we get on and play our first round on the first day of this week's House of Games? Our first round is going to be... Sorry, wrong number. Fingers on buzzers, everyone. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I need you to do something to the answer before you give it, please. And the first thing I need you to do is add 5. So whatever the answer is, give me the answer, but add 5 before you give the answer. Best of luck, one and all. Here is your first question. Sport of Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button. Yes, Phil.
Formula 6.
It is. Very nicely done. Next question. Add 5 to this, please. 90s cooking show starring Clarissa Dixon Wright and Jennifer Patterson. Yes, Mark.
7 Fat Ladies.
Is it 7 Fat Ladies? It is. 2 Fat Ladies become 7 Fat Ladies. Next question. Add 5 to this, please. UK motorway that orbits Greater London. Yes, Mark.
M30.
M30? Well done, Mark. He's quick on the buzzer, isn't he?
The one I could have got.
Sorry.
Quick. Next sum. So to all the following answers, please subtract 7.
Oh, now it's getting tricky. Now it's getting tricky.
Here's your next question. Subtract 7 from this, please. 2011 novel by E.L. James about Anastasia and Christian. Yes, Mark.
43 Shades of Grey.
43 Shades of Grey. Oh. That's absolutely right. Very well done. Next question. Subtract 7 from this, please. What is the title of this song?
And if I had the choice,
Yes, Phil.
subtract, so it's like 62. Summer of 62.
Summer of 62 is the right answer. Well done, Brian Adams.
That's why God gave us fingers. OK?
Next question. Subtract 7 from this, please. Figurative location someone might say they are on if they are very happy. Yes, Mark.
Cloud 2.
Cloud 2.
Well done.
It is. Well done. Here's your next sum. I wonder if you could do this to the following. Multiply by 100. OK, multiply by 100. Here's your first one. Nursery rhyme about visually impaired rodents having their tails chopped off. Yes, Kaye.
300. Blind mice.
300 blind mice? Absolutely right. Well done. 300 blind mice.
At last.
Very nicely done. Here's your next question. So multiply this by 100. What is the title of this song?
Someone tell me how I feel.
Mark.
100 days like this.
100 Days Like This? Absolutely right. One Day Like This by Elbow becomes 100 Days Like This. Final question in this round. I wonder if you could multiply this by 100, please. 1961 animated film based on a novel by Dodie Smith. Good luck, Phil.
301 Dalmatians.
It is incorrect, I'm afraid. Mark.
10,100 Dalmatians.
Is it 10,100 Dalmatians?
Oh.
Oh, well done.
I guess 100.
10,100 down. Well done for doing that maths. That's some actual proper maths at the end of that one. That's the end of our first round. Let's take a look at our first scoreboard, shall we? I suspect it's going to look quite good for Mark Chapman.
Guys, just so we know, my name's Mark.
Tanya, you've virtually disappeared as well in the...
I've been reduced to eyebrows. I love it.
Tanya, you have nothing at all.
Very
Kaye,
enigmatic.
You have 1. Bill, you have 2. Our leader, Mark Chapman, 6 points. Well done, Mark. Lovely start. Let's play another round, shall we? Our second round on Monday is... Distinctly Average. It's a pairs game. Player in last place gets to choose their partner in pairs game. Tanya, at the moment, that is you. Who would you like to play this round with?
Mark.
That was quick, and then who would you like to be with, Mark? So, Tanya and Kaye, if you swap places, please. Tanya and Mark are a team. Kaye and Philip are a team. Now, I wonder if you can take your tablets out, please. In this round, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You have to write down a number. You have to estimate a number. Okay. And the score for each pair will be the average of your answers. OK?
OK.
Here's the first question. The average pencil contains enough graphite to draw a line how many miles long?
Oh, wow.
Whoa. So if you just kept drawing a line with a pencil, how long until the pencil runs out, essentially? What do you think at home? You got this one? Everyone is locked in. It's a hard one, this one, isn't it?
Yes.
Phil, what are you thinking and what's your answer?
Well, I've just guessed, really. Obviously, I have no idea.
Imagine if someone here hasn't
no
guessed.
Sort of thought process to it. I just put 15.
15, Phil has gone for. Kaye, you gone up or down from 15 miles?
Well, I've gone way, way, way up. I thought it might be a crazy answer.
Yes.
So I make no apologies for my crazy answer.
But 100 miles. I mean,
100 miles.
You know, a pencil, we know the size of them.
And hopefully the average will bring us somewhere in the middle.
Proclaimer's pencil.
So your average is 57.5 miles. Mark.
Well, I thought a bit like Kaye, that because you've asked this, it could be something utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then I thought differently and just went with 7.
Tanya, you gone up or down from 7 miles?
I thought it was a trick question, so I went for 3.
3. That's a possible answer, right?
Yeah.
So your average is 5 miles.
OK.
So we've got 57 miles and we've got 5 miles. Let's find out, shall we? The average pencil contains enough graphite to draw a line how many miles long, and which team has scored the point? 35 miles long.
Wow.
Well done to Kaye and Philip. You get a point there. And Kaye dragging it up nicely. Well done. Here's your next question. How many different prime ministers of the UK have there been? At time of recording.
So the United Kingdom.
The United Kingdom, yeah, from Robert Walpole onwards.
Do we get points for guessing with confidence?
Do you know what, Tanya? No one's ever asked that question before, so it hasn't come up.
OK.
But as the week progresses, let's you and I chat about what I'm giving points out for. And listen, you never know.
OK.
So everyone is locked in. What do you reckon at home on this one? Mark, what are you thinking and what answer have you got for?
I think there've been 7 in my lifetime.
OK.
I then tried to do some maths and then added a few on, and I've gone for 75.
75. Tanya, uh-oh. You're going up or down from 75?
With confidence, Tanya. There were points for confidence.
There was confidence, then you ruined it.
Oh.
I went for...
Oh, no.
So I went with 27.
51 is your average. Phil, what were you thinking?
I put 35.
35, says
I
Phil,
think
so not a
I think
million
probably
miles
more
from...
than that.
Tanya, Kaye, respected journalist in many areas, including politics. Did you use any of that knowledge, or did you just stab in the dark?
I'm going to say I went 50, but I think Mark is nearer the mark.
Right.
We'll find out. So your average is 42 and a half.
Yeah.
I wonder who the half was. 42 and a half is pretty close, isn't it? What do you think at home? What have you gone for? OK, so how many different Prime Ministers have there been, and which team has scored the point? 55.
Oh, well, I wasn't bad.
Really close.
You were very close.
So, Tanya and Mark get the point there. Well played. It was 51. Very, very close. Final question in this round. Write me down an answer for this, please. How many balloons appear in the lift-off scene in the Pixar film Up?
I love that film.
That's a good question, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, I love that
He
film.
buys a specific number of balloons.
You looked at me like you know this.
I feel like I really should have watched it enough times.
Like you've been counting them individually.
I didn't, but he does buy a specific number of balloons.
Oh, does he?
Does he?
Does he?
That's interesting. Oh,
OK.
Everyone in? What do we think? So we know the scene and we know the balloons lifting the house, but how many are there? Kaye, what were you thinking here?
Well, there you go. There's my answer. 47.
I'm trying to picture the...
I'm just thinking, yeah, Tanya's right. You need a lot of balloons to lift the house, but just in the visual...
Yeah, in an
I'm thinking
animation,
how
you probably
many-
don't need as many.
That's what I've gone for.
Lovely. Phil, up or down from 47?
I've gone up. 100.
100.
Bit rounded.
There's Phil.
Maybe too many, I don't know.
It's a lot of balloons. It's a
He
lot
had an
of balloons.
extension as well. It's quite a big house.
You've got to lift that conservatory as well. Let's take a look at your average. It is 73 and a half balloons.
OK.
I mean, a half a balloon.
I mean,
Yeah. Tanya, you love the film. Where are you on this?
I went up. I went
Well,
high in the sky.
that's very apt.
500.
Wow.
500.
Yeah, because I was thinking about the front and the back. And it's an upstairs, downstairs, 2 beds.
Mark, up or down from 500?
Well, I've gone down. 99 is always linked to
900
balloons, isn't it?
Luftballon.
Luftballon.
Luftballon. So your average,
Wow.
Mark and Tanya, is 299 and a half. So we've got 73,
confident.
we've got 299. What do you think at home on this one? Fans of Up. So how many balloons appear in that lift-off scene?
Wow! I told you it was loads.
20,000.
20,000.
What is it, a castle?
It's no.
Is it an estate?
So
Well
listen,
done, Tanya.
you are 20,300 out, but you get a point. Very well done to Mark and Tanya winning the last point there. Tablets away, please. That's the end of that round. Kaye and Tanya, if you swap back places, please. 2 good teams there, I think. And let's see what it's done to the scores. Everyone off the mark, which is what we like. Kaye and Tanya, you have 2 points.
In the game.
Phil, you got 3. Mark Chapman, 8 points. Keeping that lead. Very nice. Let's get straight on, shall we, and play another round. It's going to be... Win when they're singing. Now, fingers on buzzers, everyone. And at home, get your stopwatches out. You know how this works on your phone or whatever. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to hear the first few bars of a song. We will then fade it out. So you've just got to keep playing that song in your head. The moment you think the first word is sung in that song, press your buzzer, please. OK? And whoever is closest is going to get themselves a point. So at home, get your stopwatches ready. Everyone ready here? and start your stopwatches now.
I just realised.
Wow, we waited a long time. So Kaye and Thanyia went early. Kaye and Thanyia went when I would have gone there. Let's take a look at your times. What have you got at home? So it was Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Cyndi Lauper. And Kaye and Thanyia, very, very similar times. Philip and Mark lasted a little bit longer there. What have you got at home? Let's take a listen, see who's won the point.
Yes,
Where we
run
went.
again.
Oh.
Philip, it's you, it's you.
Nicely done.
So good.
I love the fact that was a battle between Mark and Philip to get Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper. Well played, very well done at home. You were close to 17-10 as well. Let's do another one, shall we? Everybody at home, reset your stopwatches. Start them again now.
I've done it again.
That's that was a tense one. Oh, I love that sound. It's a Build Me Up Buttercup by the Foundations there. So what do we think? Let's take a look at our timings there. I've rarely seen four people concentrate so
I
hard.
blame the radio.
Oh, because sometimes
They
yeah,
cut
off.
the intro and then you just
Well,
go
let's see.
straight
You
in.
might get yourself confidence, Thanyia. Confidence.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Well, you get
It's
DJ.
15.
What have you got at home? What time have you got? Let's take a listen, shall we? And see who's won the point. Within
excited.
3/10 of a second.
It was
Absolutely
very-
bang on. Nice.
I was holding
See
my
what-
breath.
See what happens with confidence? Yeah. Very well played. 14.81. Well done if you got close to that at home as well. Point to Thanyia. And last question of this round. Everyone at home, start your stopwatches now. Oh! Whoa! Look at that. Everyone pretty quick on the draw there.
Wow.
All right by Supergrass. And let's take a look at these timings. Whoa! Within 4/10 of a second, all of you. What do we think at home? Are you close to that? So, good luck, everyone. Let's have a little listen, shall we, and see who scored the final point of this round. Whoa!
I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, you take it. Thanyia wins the point there somehow. 5.7.
We all thought there was a
miles.
longer
thought,
intro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Second loop.
Very well played, Thanyia. You have magicked yourself a point there. Nicely done. That's the end of that round.
Rich.
Confidence, that's all it takes. Let's take a look at our scores with 2 rounds to go on today's show. We have got Kaye on 2, Thanyia and Philip, you have 4 each. Mark Chapman on 8. Dave Mark. Is he going to hang on to that lead over 2 more rounds? We shall find out. Round 4 today is... Put your finger on it. I wonder if you would take your tablets out, please. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a series of pictures. You simply have to put your finger on the thing I'm looking for, OK? Here's your first picture.
Oh, my.
OK, there's your picture. And I wonder if you could put your finger on the circuit breaker switch that is off.
Ooh.
OK, everyone is locked in. Phil, what were you thinking on this one?
The one on the left, the switch that's down.
Down.
Yeah.
Thanyia, what were you thinking?
Yeah, I've gone for the same one.
Yeah.
Because literally last week, my kitchen went off and the rest of the house was on, and I had to flick it back up to turn it back on.
Yeah.
So I felt confident in that, and now I don't again.
Yeah. OK, so you're the same place, Mark?
Yeah.
I've gone the other one because, again, I fused something
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Right, OK. What's going on
But
here?
I thought I flicked it down to turn it back on.
Uh-oh. I hope everything's safe at home
Yes, I did, yeah.
while
Go
you're
on.
here. OK, so you've gone for the other one?
I've gone for the other one.
Gives us a bit of jeopardy, at least.
Yeah. Well, especially in my house at the moment. That's more the jeopardy that I'm worrying about.
And Kaye?
Well, I've gone for down as well, but I'm now thinking, is this a trick question? Is it the circuit breaker switch
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is off?
That's what I'm wondering.
Is
If
that
it-
the circuit breaker switch?
When it
or-
goes down, does that mean it's the circuit breaker is then on, so you've broken the circuit?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
it's definitely, Mark, I don't want to worry you, but it's definitely when it comes down, something's up and you flick it back up to turn everything on again. What do you think at home? Let's take a look. Who has scored the point? We're either giving away 3 points or 1 point. 3 points. Well done. And we can all breathe the sigh of relief apart from
Not from me. Yeah, and I need to bring my electrician at the end of the show.
And it turns out he wasn't an electrician. Here's your next picture. I wonder if you could put your finger on the occiput, please.
What in the world is that?
Well, that's very... We might as well call the round that, mightn't we? Because, yeah...
Occiput.
The occiput. There's not that many bits of a dog, are there? If you know what I mean. The occiput. Anyone at home know this? Thanyia, what were you thinking?
I went for this area around the nose.
Yeah.
Because octi in most languages is usually 8. So I just went down around the dog, and when I got to 8, I just stopped there.
If you get a point from that method... So you've gone around the nose.
Around the nose, I've gone for...
The occiput.
Yes.
Mark, what were you thinking? Were you counting around the dog?
No, I mean, I've completely guessed, but actually ended up in exactly the same area.
Oh, OK.
So I've gone the sort of nose.
Kaye, any thoughts?
I was hoping it was something to do with ocular, so I was thinking eyes.
Oh, clever.
Oh.
There we go. So around the eye, that's good. Phil.
I just basically did, you know, pin the donkey, so I ended up with its head.
The hump on the top.
The hump on the top of the head.
Ah.
Yeah.
What have you got at home? Let's find out. Where is the occiput?
Oh,
Wow.
At the back of the head. It's the dog's occiput.
Well, as a cat owner, I'm quite thrilled with that.
Wow. Here's your next picture. Final picture of the round. Oh. Uh-oh. And we are looking for, please...
The star.
The shape that is cordiform. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? The shape that is cordiform.
Cordiform. Wow.
Oh. Cordiform. Feels like there should be a clue somewhere and I can't think what it would be then.
Yeah.
What do you reckon at home? Do you know this one?
OK. Pure guess.
Everyone is in. Mark.
I went with the one that feels like one, although now I'm looking at it, it might be 2 with a continuous line, rather than having edges and stuff.
Oh, OK.
Good man.
Kaye, agree, disagree?
well, yeah, I mean, I went to the heart, but kind of for the similar reasons as Mark,
Gotcha.
just because it was one that didn't have angles to it.
Phil.
I've gone that one on the far left, the purpley one.
Take a look. Tanya?
I went for the orange one in the bottom row.
I would say that.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that because it doesn't look like a shape that I'm...
No.
At all, yeah. That's so I just thought, do you know
thought
what?
that was
Just
too
go for that
obvious.
one.
Shall we find out, everybody? Which of these shapes is cordiform and has anyone scored a point?
Ah.
Hey, well done. Cordiform means heart-shaped. Actually,
Oh, so,
core, like
yeah.
curve, like the French.
Heart, core.
Ah, very well done, Kaye. What a
done,
lovely
God, I wish I'd
round.
said that.
Good
Well
work.
done at home as well. If you got that, that's the end of that round. Tap this away, please. We have one final round to decide our first champion of the week. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. He's been in the lead right from the beginning, but that lead keeps getting cut back. Kaye 4, Thanyia 5, Philip 6, Mark Chapman, a 2-point lead now with 8. Closing in on him. So we play our final round. We're going to play Answer Smash for the first time of the week, OK? And it's going to decide who our champion is. Shall we do it?
Yes.
It is. Answer Smash. Fingers on buzzers, everyone. Don't forget a point for a correct answer, but a point off in this round for an incorrect answer. Wish all 4 of you the very, very best of luck. Here is your first category. It is furniture. So there'll be a clue. There will be a picture of some furniture. Please smash the clue into the furniture. Good luck, one and all. Which global conflict took place between 1939 and 1945? Yes, Mark.
Second World Wardrobe.
Second World Wardrobe. Oh, look at that. His eye straight in. Second World War and wardrobe. Here's your next question. Bean curd is an alternative name for which foodstuff? Okay.
Tofuton.
Oh, tofu. Oh, nice. Tofu and futon.
I'm even going to say give her 2 points.
Next one. Which 1894 collection of stories by Rudyard Kipling features the character Mowgli? Yes, Mark.
The Jungle Bookcase.
Jungle Bookcase? Nicely done. They're all good at this. Your next category is comedians. Which form of full contact wrestling is considered Japan's national sport? Yes, Mark.
Sumo Gilligan.
Sumo Gilligan? Absolutely right, Sumo Gilligan. Well played. And next clue, next comedian. Which female singing voice is pitched between soprano and contralto? So I'm guessing, Thanyia, you know the face, but it's...
I know the faces, I just don't know the rest of the answers.
Shall we find out?
Yes.
Oh, Zoe Lyons.
I would never have got
Mezzo
that.
and Zoe Lyons. Here's your next category. That's it for Monday. That was fun.
I enjoyed that.
I'm glad we get to do some more of it this week.
Yes.
Mark looked pretty good at it. Listen, he was leading going into that round. I think he got the most points in that round. But Jeopardy, 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 Phil. I wonder who's won Monday's House of Games. Congratulations, our first champion is... Mark Chapman. Well done, Mark.
Thank you.
Extended that lead again. What a lovely Monday for you. You get to take home a prize.
Thank you.
And which one do you want?
I will take the cricket bat.
For your 13-year-old daughter?
Yes.
Very well done, Mark. Let's take a look at our first weekly leaderboard. Mark is taking 4 points through to the next round. Philip 3, Kaye and Thanyia have 2 each. That was fun. Thank you so much, everyone. Shall we do it again tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes.
See you here, same time, same place?
Yes, definitely.
See you as well, same time, same place, on the House of Games. Oh, how about that? I'm going to say out.